I don't know how to start this video. Hang on 1 second. Pierce Brosnan is the best James Bond there's ever been. No, that's not a good way. Control on 00 Agent is the hardest main level in the game. It's true, but no, that's still not a good intro. Wait, no, I've got it. I have a good idea. Based on the movie James Bond Goldeneye, released in late December of 1995, Goldeneye for the Nintendo 64 was a pure masterpiece in early gaming history. It's a game that pioneered the FPS shooting genre. Call of Duty, Halo. Yes, Doom was also a first-person shooter around the same time, but you couldn't look up or down, which is the one reason Goldeneye was better. For its time, it also had insanely good graphics. It's like that meme, when you were a kid and low-res games looked stunning, until you look back and realize just how bad they actually were. Goldeneye for the N64 was developed by Rare, a British game studio. The team was led by Martin Hollis. But if you've played the game, there's a character 007 runs into, an NPC called Dr. Doak. And this guy is one of the core game designers, David Doak. And I mean, his name and face is literally him. I also want to mention Mark Edmonds. He is the one who wrote a majority of the code for the game, including the AI. Rare are also the ones behind Banjo-Kazooie and Donkey Kong 64. Goldeneye was critically acclaimed and sold over 8 million copies worldwide, making it the third best-selling game for the Nintendo 64. This isn't actually the first James Bond game. There was one released in 1982 called Shaken But Not Stirred, made for the ZX Spectrum, whatever that is. It was just a text-based game where the player acted as James Bond to stop the villain Dr. Death from destroying London. But annoyingly, Rare was developing and had almost finished a HD version of Goldeneye that was going to be for the Xbox Live Arcade. But due to some bullshit licensing things, it was never released to the public. But people have been able to play it due to like leaks and some sneaky methods, I guess. But onto the actual game itself. Also, it would be a very funny prank if you subscribed right now. I would never see it coming if you did that. Goldeneye has 18 main levels to the game, with 2 bonus levels. I'm going to go over each level briefly, so I'll be skipping a lot of stuff and a lot of lore, which I do urge you to watch Goldeneye for yourselves if you haven't seen it. It's really good. But some of this stuff might not make sense in the way that I'm going to explain it. Dam is the first level in the game, and the opening to the movie. Going through this level and bungee jumping off the dam, which in the movie looks really cool, it's a really good opening, but in the game, it kinda just looks like he's killing himself since there's no actual rope to be seen. There's a few interesting things to be found in this level, but the main thing people really like to focus on is an area that you can't actually get to. Going over here and using a sniper, a small island can be seen on the other side of the water. You can go there using like third-party software, and you can see that there's a machine gun turret that does nothing, along with a guard tower. A theory people have is that you were meant to go over there using a boat. What you do over there, no one really knows. What happens on the island stays on the island, unless the files get released. The next level is Facility. You start off sneaking around in some vents. You can shoot this dude's hat off, and then just shoot him in the head. There's another guard taking a piss and he will shoot you. Along with 2 other guards in these stalls. Just kill them. Go through the rest of the level normally, and you'll come across some of these signs. No bonds allowed. This is what people have called these signs, and it's just a fun little Easter egg. Keep going, and you'll have to talk to this guy. I mentioned him earlier. He'll give you a device which allows you to open the last door leading into the area with big gas tankers, where you just place bombs on them. And this is where you meet up with Alec Trevelyan, 006. He yaps for a bit and he'll just follow you around until some guards come running in with this guy, Arcady. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. That guy kills 006 and James blows up the tankers and leaves, leading onto the next level, Runway. This is one of the more simpler ones, but depending on the difficulty, you'll either have more or less objectives to do, and that goes for all of the levels. Like on the easiest difficulty, all you need to do is grab the key to the plane and steal the plane. Done. On 00 Agent, you need to grab the key, destroy heavy gun placements, destroy the missile battery, and then steal the plane. It's really not that simple if you're not good at it. But all of this leads the player into the next level, Surface 1. Alright, this isn't a tutorial video, so I'm just going to speed run through the rest of these. If you're watching, I'm sure you already know most of these already, and I really want to talk about the last 3 levels. Surface 1 leads to Bunker 1, and then Silo. From that, you go on to Frigate. Okay, this one is kind of interesting because you have to rescue hostages from around the ship. But from here, you go on to Surface 2. Yes, they reuse levels, but in a good way. Most of it is quite different from the first time round. Some of it can be pretty similar though. But this leads on to Bunker 2, and then you go on to Statue. This is one of my favorites. I don't know why, it's just fun to play. But this level is interesting, because turns out, that's right, you guessed it, 006 isn't actually dead, and is actually the bad guy. Wow. It's the exact same thing in the movie as well. Everything from the movie and game is nearly 1-to-1, kind of. I'm sure you know what I mean. But finishing Statue leads you to Archives. This level isn't too tricky. You can actually kill most of the enemies without them respawning, but rescue Natalia, which is a character I've kind of glossed over until now. You meet her in the Bunker 2 level, so yeah. After Archives, you go on to Streets. This level, you can cheese the hell out of it. Literally just run and gun and you'll finish this one pretty quickly on any difficulty. Streets leads you onto Depot, which I can't tell you how much I hate this level. It's just so boring. But this is when the game gets quite hard, especially if you're on 00 Agent. I'm sure someone out there watching this is a pro at the game and disagrees. Well, guess what? I disagree with you. Not everyone's a speedrunning nerd who finishes the game in under an hour. Completing Depot will lead you onto Train. Shoot the bad guys, destroy the brake units, make your way to the front of the train and rescue Natalia again. Oh yeah, she was taken right after Archives, but I don't know, the movie explains it better than the game does. But on Train, you kill this guy whose name I don't care for. Natalia will find out where 006 is hiding, while you cut open a grate in the floor with a watch laser. But from Train, you go onto Jungle. This level holds a unique character that only shows up in this one level, Xena Onatop, which, holy shit. In the Goldeneye movie, she likes to crush men with her thighs. No, that's not a joke, but I wouldn't mind that.
You don't need the gun. Come on.
So kill her. The best way to do this is just using some explosives you already have in your inventory, and then finish the level. You also have to shoot these turrets, but that's not really that hard on any difficulty. But all of this leads you to a level that I'm sure we all hate, Control. No matter what difficulty, this level just sucks. It is just the worst. It's probably the hardest level in the main game. There will be no debating about this. Not including the bonus levels, they don't count, they're not main game stuff. You have to protect Natalia while she does her little hacking thing, and then she leaves and you have to destroy these servers and then chase after 006. Now this is where the real chase begins. Entering caverns, if you're quick enough, you can keep up with and even pass Alec Trevelyan, but that also requires skill. On 00 Agent, this level can be a real bitch. Nearing the end, there's this small section where you have to kill the guards and use the radio behind them. The problem is, every breakable object in this entire game explodes. This chair explodes. This lamp explodes. Literally everything explodes, and if another object is close enough, it starts a chain reaction. And the radio you need to use is surrounded by these barrels. In this same large room with the radio, there's these crates that you can destroy, destroying it, and there's a smaller crate. When you destroy that, there's a smaller one. Then there's a smaller one, and so on and so on. It's a nice little Easter egg, I guess you could call it. After completing this mission, you're onto the final main level of the game, Cradle. It has one of the best songs from the game's soundtrack, and as annoying as this level is, it's also really fun, and also is the coolest scene in the entire movie. You're finally caught up with Alec Trevelyan, and there's nowhere for him to run, apart from running around this level constantly, over and over again, until you do enough damage to him. Normally in this level, you start over here, run around and grab the armor if it's not working. Alright, we won't grab it. And run across the bridge. The main objectives are to destroy the control console, which is this thing. Also don't get shot by the turrets. And settle the score with Trevelyan. So kill some guards, gather some ammo because you'll probably need it, and now chase this 006 idiot around the place while shooting him when you can. Aiming for the head is your best bet, and once you get this dialogue box, you know he's almost dead, and he will run to the very bottom of the antenna. Yeah, this thing's meant to be a giant antenna, by the way. So just follow 006 to the very bottom, jump down this thing, and kill him, or just fall off and have to restart. No matter the difficulty for this level, the objectives stay the same. It's just 006's health is higher, and the guard's health is higher, and they do much more damage, like in every other level. But if you manage to kill him, well done. You've finished the game. Kind of. This is where the movie ends, and there's nothing else to it. Except there's still these two levels in the bottom corner, and if you haven't completed every mission on either Secret Agent or 00 Agent, these will still be locked. So try and complete everything on these difficulties. I'm sure there's some tutorials out there on how to do them, but once you do all of that, the first of the bonus levels will be unlocked. Aztec. This level is based off the 1979 film Moonraker. I have not seen it, but this is unlocked by beating all of the main levels on Secret Agent, and the layout of this level just feels like a fever dream. Starting off in an Aztec temple looking area with these yellow dudes with US AR-33 assault rifles. For a first time player, I'm sure you'd get annoyed thinking there's nowhere to go in the room that you spawn in, because it doesn't look like there is. There's a wall over here that's a different shade of wall. In the next room, after killing the guards, you can just drop straight down here and go backwards through the level, but that's a lot harder and not really worth it. Going the normal way, opening another hard to see door, you enter the control room, which has almost as many monitors as an average Reddit mod's bedroom. Kill the guards that are hiding around, and don't destroy this. I did that, and I regret it. I haven't played this level in like 15 years. Activating this thing will open another secret door, so that's like the third secret door. Going through this corridor, destroy the turrets on the ceiling. I know they're called drone guns or something, but I don't like that name. And this is the only level where you can get the Moonraker laser without cheats. You can even dual wield them. This level is where you end up fighting Jaws. On Agent difficulty, he's not really that much of a challenge, but this level on 00 Agent is hard is one way to put it. He dual wields the assault rifles and has so much health, but just keep running around and shooting him and he will eventually die. Jaws in the films Moonraker and The Spy Who Loved Me is an absolute beast. With metal teeth, he just chews through anything. That's why he's called Jaws. But once you kill him, pick up his special yellow card, and then Bob's your uncle. Amazing. You've done it. Aztec is complete on 00 Agent. So once you've completed every level, including Aztec on 00 Agent, the final bonus level is now unlocked. Egyptian. This level is primarily based off the Egyptian scenes in the movie The Spy Who Loved Me, but has a lot of elements from other Bond films. One of those elements is the golden gun, from The Man with the Golden Gun, along with a character from the film Live and Let Die, Baron Samedi. He looks really cool. He was played by Jeffrey Holder, who weirdly died just under 1 month after Richard Kiel in 2014. Very sad. RIP to both of them. Amazing characters. So yeah, this level isn't exactly based off a specific Bond film. It's just a mix of stuff the devs thought was cool, and they were right. Starting this level, you spawn in a section of this temple. All that's needed to complete this level is find the golden gun and defeat Baron, which just requires looking around the temple for a while, killing guards until you come across this room. This is the only level that has an actual puzzle to solve. Walking on these tiles on the floor in a certain pattern. This is purely trial and error, since there's no actual way to tell which one to step on and which one to not step on. Stepping on the wrong one and the golden gun will be rendered inaccessible by bulletproof glass, along with 4 bulletproof turrets that come out and just fuck your shit up. I know they're called drones. Okay, shut up. Drone guns sounds stupid. But yeah, nah, they will kill you. After a few dozen tries, if you didn't look up a tutorial, you can finally pick up the golden gun, which only has 1 bullet in the magazine, but that's all you need, as it's so powerful, it's a one-shot kill to everything. This is a very unique level for a few reasons. The map is a mix of different things. There's a floor tile puzzle you have to solve, and you have to kill Baron 3 times. But with the golden gun, that really isn't an issue. The first time, you just shoot him once, bang, he's dead. The second time, bang, he's dead again. But then the map gets darker, and this third time you have to kill him, he is more than just a one-shot, and his health does change depending on the difficulty. I also forgot to mention, the laugh he makes throughout this level is as creepy as it is silly. So now you've killed him 3 times, ending the level, and James Bond does his cool little walk away, but guess what? Oh no, Baron is still not dead, because he is magical. No, I'm not joking. Even in the film Live and Let Die, it's not explicitly shown that he has magical abilities, but he survives a lot of deaths, and does some other stuff like curses and stuff like that, with many characters in the movie believing that he has some magical abilities. I just watched this scene in Live and Let Die just to see stuff, I guess. You be the judge of what the fuck happened here, because I'm lost. So this is why he survives in the game so many times, even after the third death. So yeah, you got the golden gun, but he's still around, as the last cutscene shows. But what if I said you can kill him a fourth time? First, get a second controller. Go to the settings on your watch and set the second controller at 2.3 domino. Do everything again, including killing him a third time, and finish the level. Now, when the cutscene of him laughing starts, use the second controller and fire once. This makes James Bond shoot him again, killing him a fourth time, and now he's dead. Probably, I don't know. And if you completed this on 00 Agent, it's done. You've completed the entire game on every difficulty. You truly are an average James Bond enjoyer. But I'm not done. Yes, I have skipped over many details because if I were to talk about everything, we would be here for hours. But I'd like to mention a few more separate things. First, the cheats. There are cheats in this game. DK mode is the funniest. Everyone just has a big head. And paintball mode is interesting. You just shoot paintballs. Secondly, multiplayer. Multiplayer in this game is quite fun. There's a fair few characters to choose from. Bond, Natalia, Trevelyan, Xena, oh my god, crush me. This dude, Boris, who was the same guy who played Nightcrawler in X-Men. Valentine, who was the guy who played Hagrid in those movies. Mishkin, Mayday from A View to Kill. She's scary. Jaws, Odd Job. He's very short. And Baron Semet, whatever that name is. There's also these other characters that no one really cares about. There's 11 levels to choose from, along with a randomize option. You can change any of the settings that you want, weapons and game length and all that good stuff, and health and shit like that. Something interesting about the characters, the developers, Rare, intended to have 4 different Bonds. Obviously Pierce Brosnan, but also Roger Moore, Sean Connery, and Timothy Dalton. They were all intended to be in the game, but due to them not having their likeness approved for the game, they were cut. This is also known as the 4 Bonds hoax, as people believed that there was a secret cheat in the game to unlock them, and I'm not sure if this photo is like real. They aren't as clean as Pierce Brosnan, but they might not have been rendered as cleanly or just unfinished due to that legal thing. Okay, lastly, this game is also very big in the speedrunning community. I mean, every game has speedrunning, but yeah. Okay, now I'm done. There's a lot to this game, and stuff I didn't even touch on, like weapons, the beta footage, and stuff like that. But this script is getting quite long, and I'm starting to get confused, and I have no idea what the final video will cut down to. But in conclusion, this game is very good. James Bond is good, Xena is hot, and if you're still here, thanks for watching.
Something's in my ass.